Welcome. Today we are going to look at patron registration in the computer. Now by this point, the patron will have already filled out a Tinton Falls white patron registration card. You've verified that they do not have a card either in the computer or in our card boxes file, and you're ready to activate their new membership within the computer. We go under Member Circulation, Users, User Registration. This screen will pop up. Normally under User ID, you would scan the barcode from the back of the card, either the blue card for adults or the yellow card for the juveniles. In this case, I'm just typing in a number for a dummy account so we don't have too many people registered. You will then pick their profile name. This corresponds to the profile that was selected on the back of the white user registration card. TF Adult is for our Tinton Falls residents that are over age 17. TF Juvenile is for our Tinton Falls residents that are under 17. TF Local Government is for the employees of Tinton Falls government, obviously like Borough Hall, the police department, our teachers. They do not necessarily need to reside in Tinton Falls, but based on their employment, they are allowed a free Tinton Falls library card. TF Paid. This is for residents who do not live in Tinton Falls, but yet want to have the privilege of a Tinton Falls card. It's an extra $30 per year. When you click TF Paid, it automatically puts that bill onto their account for you to pay it off when they give you the money, and you don't have to worry about doing any second steps. TF Student. This is for our students in the Tinton Falls School District who do not reside in Tinton Falls. They might reside in Shrewsbury Township or at the Earl Naval Base. They are still entitled to a free juvenile card. They just need to show ID of attending one of our schools. TF Temp, these are for a temporary card, people who live in Tinton Falls temporarily, such as for FEMA, leasing, a temporary housing situation. When they show their ID, if you're uncertain whether they're entitled to a temporary or a permanent card, just check with the director as to which category you should pick. You should only be using any one of these categories that have TF for Tinton Falls because you are issuing a Tinton Falls card. Okay. Next, we're going to be filling in their basic information. So we type this in from the card. First name. Now, preferred name. Susan prefers to go by Sue. We are going to type in Sue, check preferred name. If they just go by their first name, there's no need to type anything in there. Last name, suffix, if they're a junior, a senior, etc. Not necessary if they're not. We leave group ID blank. Library should be Tinton Falls because we are issuing a Tinton Falls card. Profile name fills in from the previous screen. On the Privilege tab, there is nothing you need to fill in. This will show you when the privilege expires, and that is based on the profile you picked. Most cases it will be 3 years. We need to renew privileges every 3 years. That's a separate video. The only time it will be less than 3 years is that temporary situation, or the paid. Paid patrons need to renew every year. Under demographics, there's a few fields you need to fill in. User category 1, choose whether they are male or female. User category 2, what town do they reside in? Normally it is Tinton Falls, but for those cases where we allow outside of Tinton Falls, such as the local government, TF student, paid, we need to fill in what town they're from. Under department, we always need to fill in the zip code. Even if they live in Tinton Falls has 3 zip codes. Birth date. While it is not required for an adult card, it is advisable to put it in if you do have it. It is necessary for all juvenile cards and student cards. So we can just pick the calendar, we'll do a drop down, and Sue Smith, we'll just make it's an adult card. There we go. You may conversely also type in that. The other item we have here is the language. Again, 95% of the time it is going to be English speaking, but in the rare case that we do have somebody who's a Spanish speaker, Chinese speaker, we can change the language. We do not have anyone on premise who does speak another language, but it can be helpful if, at another location if they're looking up the information. Then we go to address. Under address, we type in the address. We spell out avenue. We do not abbreviate, so it's AVENUE, not AVE, STREET, not ST, DRIVE, not DR. You get the picture. So then we type in the town, comma, the state we do abbreviate. Most cases it's New Jersey, but we do have one or two patrons outside of state who just love our library and actually do have a paid account. Zip code again. We would then put in the home phone, cell phone, and email. Email is very important because we are now sending overdues out via email. There is no marketing or solicitation used. Please make sure patrons are aware of this. So it's just for our purposes to be able to send them out an email. Extended info. In this situation, under the note, we would put any kind of family information. Daughter is Mary Riley, different last name, but we need to know that the families are connected. This is also very useful when you have a parent doing a juvenile card with a different last name. Okay, once that information is filled in, comments, webcat preferences, lost item, not necessary during the registration process. Once you're done and complete, you will either click Save or register another user. And that's it. You're done. If you're registering another user and it's from the same family, we can actually clone the profiles, but we'll get into that in another video. Hope this was helpful. Have a great day.